Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a weekly gaming news show. For those of you that are not watching us live, this is like take number 5.
Yeah.
Take 5 of our intro. We're coming to you live. It is Sunday, July the 1st. Oh, also a happy birthday to my cousin Michael. Shout out to Mike.
Cousin Mike?
Yeah, Mike. Happy birthday, Michael. But yeah, it's July 1st. It's Sunday, which means we got gaming news that we need to talk to you guys about. We are your hosts. My name is Trenell, a.k.a. True Sonic. Sonny's in the building out of nowhere. Sonny's in the house, you guys.
He's got the third seat today.
Yeah, he's got the third seat. We also got Yanni and Nessa. They're running around here somewhere. We might see them a little later. But yeah, today's a little hectic.
As you can see,
yes,
in Buffalo.
Yes.
It's not balmy anymore. It's hot as hell up here, Buffalo.
Oh my God, it's hot down here, dude. It's hot everywhere. But yeah, we're your hosts. I'm Trenell, aka True Sonic, and I'm here as always with Todd, aka Up Jump the Boogie.
To the rhythm, the beat.
Yes, and we are here to talk about the gaming news. But before we get into that, we always like to do something called our weekly icebreaker.
Wait. Oh,
we actually I got it. I'm looking at the show notes. I got it. But we actually have some updates and corrections from some of our previous episodes that we like to jump into. So anytime that there is an update or like something that we miss or something new that comes out of a previous story, we like to cover it in the very next episode. So Boogie, why don't you take it away? These are updates and corrections. What we got first?
Okay, we got a couple of them. First is out of Nintendo, and this could have been a big story, but I didn't really want to go that deep into it because it's not that much to really talk about. Yeah. But Nintendo named their new president. As you know, a few months back, what is his name? The one that passed away.
Iwata, Satoru Iwata.
Yeah, Iwata. Iwata passed away, and they named a interim president.
Yes.
And they have now named Shuntaro Furukawa as the new head of Nintendo. He's the Nintendo president.
Yes.
I guess he's going to be starting soon, and he's a young guy. I think he's in his 50s, if I'm not correct. Early
50s. When 50 is young, that's crazy, man. It's like 50 is the new 40, or 50 is like the new 30 out here. It's pretty ridiculous.
Right. So yeah, I mean they have a new president, and Nintendo's going to keep soldiering on. Hopefully they're not as he doesn't maintain that customer hostility, that consumer hostility that Nintendo is known for, at least currently.
Yeah, that has definitely been a problem over the last few months. Surprisingly, following Mr. Iwata's passing, Nintendo went through some drastic changes in terms of their consumer friendliness. And we've definitely been ones to take note of that here. But this is a pleasant story. It was something that we were expecting. Any history on the new president? Like, what was his position before in Nintendo? Do we know?
You know what? They didn't know. Let's see. The current president was officially taking office. Something. Blah blah. No.
Yeah.
It
doesn't highlight exactly what he
came
did
from. Yeah.
But so he's going to be taking over as head of Nintendo. The one that was in the position, the interim position, he's not like gone from the company or anything. But
no.
he's just gonna basically slowly transition the new guy into the head position, and then kind of like take a back seat, going forward. Which is fine. Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, like I said, we haven't been the biggest fans of Nintendo over here. So hopefully this new president can change our hearts and minds.
Change our perception.
Yeah, change our perception of it, of Nintendo. So let's go forward. We have another update, and this one actually comes off of a very recent story we talked about last week, actually. We had an update on this. And here's another update. PUBG Corp has dropped the lawsuit against Epic Games. And now, So let's take a step back and go through the history of this story. It was initially stated by PUBG Corp. Before they were actually PUBG Corp, it was just Bluehole back then.
Right.
They said that they were thinking about taking legal action against Fortnite. Everybody assumed because of, the similarities between the two, kind of sharing the same space in that genre. But a lot of speculation has come out as to exactly why they were filing their lawsuit. And it's weird because it actually gives them a little bit more merit when you think about it in that way. What some of the stories that came out that were talking about it said that they weren't suing Epic Games because they copied their formula or took over their genre. It was more along the lines of they had a deal as a licensee of the Unreal Engine that there would be no competition between the two of them. There was like a no compete clause that was supposedly initiated, and of course Epic Games would go to reformat their Fortnite game to a battle royale game, which is direct competition with PUBG. So
exactly. That's where the issue came from. And when you look at it that way, like you said, it makes a lot more sense as to why the PUBG Corp would be upset at Epic Games. And that Fortnite game.
Right, because there was also a couple of other lawsuits that PUBG Corp were going into, and those were to get rid of the copycats. Those were directly at the copycatters, and
a lot of them were like Chinese companies.
Small Chinese companies, and those are going full steam ahead. But it seems like they have backed down from suing Epic Games. We don't have any further information, especially like an explanation as to why they dropped it.
Right?
Yeah, but I assume, and Sonny's he's very excited to hear if anything else comes out of it. So while this does close is a closing on this chapter, I don't think that this story is over. And so if there's any more updates, we'll be more than willing to update you guys on it. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what comes out next. Let's go ahead and move forward. We have one more update, and this is still involving Fortnite. Boogie, why don't you go ahead and take this one?
So Sony has come out and made another statement regarding cross-platform play and Fortnite. As you may know or you may not know, is at E3 they announced Nintendo Switch a version of Fortnite, which is playable cross-platform with Xbox, PC, and iOS and Android.
And they really didn't come to any kind of conclusion. They haven't fixed the issue. You still cannot cross console, cross play with different consoles if you play on PlayStation, and you cannot take your Epic Games account to any other console. So I'm not really sure exactly what Sony was trying to do with this. I mean, they're trying to come up with something that essentially allows people to do crossplay, but doesn't take away from their ability to get paid, essentially.
So I think it's just a ploy for them to buy some time, and what they're going to try to do is keep delaying until people forget. But the thing is, Fortnite is the 1,000-pound gorilla, and people aren't going to forget.
Yeah, nobody's going to forget. I don't know. My guess is that they're trying to come up with some kind of plan where they can keep, like, maybe like you could cross play, but if you cross play with a Sony Epic Games account, you can't take any of your cosmetics over there, and like vice versa, where you can't bring any cosmetics from other consoles over to PlayStation. That's what I'm thinking.
But that's the reason why everybody's upset. They don't really care about being able to play with Nintendo Switch players or Xbox. What they care about is that they've been playing Fortnite for 9 months and accrued a bunch of stuff, either from playing or from buying it.
Right.
And now they can't use that stuff. And that's what they want. I think it's less the issue with them playing against other consoles or other platforms and more about them keeping their stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, but we heard from the former Sony employee that the reason why this isn't happening is because of the money. They want to keep their foothold on that income. People buying the Epic passes or whatever they're
Right,
called.
exactly.
They want that cut of that. So, that's what I'm thinking that they're trying to do. They're trying to figure out a way to allow the crossplay, but to limit the use of the cosmetics on other consoles if you originally played on PlayStation. I
think it's the opposite. I think what they're trying to do is figure out a way to allow people to use stuff that they bought on their PlayStation or other consoles, but not allow it to come back. So if you bought an outfit on Xbox, you can't use it on PlayStation. You have to buy it again to use it on PlayStation. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. I don't think, to be quite honest, I don't think they care about the actual play. I think it's about the microtransactions. Yeah. Because each individual marketplace, whether it be Steam, the eShop, Xbox Live Store, or PlayStation Store, they all get a cut of those microtransactions.
Yeah.
Means that Sony wants to get all the cuts. Yeah. And they don't want to lose out.
Yeah, they don't want to lose out on that money. Because if you're only playing on PlayStation, then PlayStation is the only place that you are buying your cosmetics. Exactly. And they want to keep it that way, at least when it comes to consoles. I must stress that you can play crossplay on Fortnite with PC and on mobile, but you can't play on with other consoles with your PlayStation Epic Games account. Yeah.
Right. If your Epic Games account is linked to a PlayStation.
Yeah. So this again is a story that's going to continue to unfold. Once we get more news, we'll definitely bring it up to you guys here in this segment, our updates and corrections.